Hello, my name is Calderon. I'm content creator from Upptik, and right now we are with Melody, who have a bachelor degree in history, and right now he's a pursue master in public history. So, hi, nice to have you here. It's a pleasure. Do you want to say something else about you?
No, so I am a part-time graduate student in the public history program here at CCSU, and then a full-time staff member here, coordinator of the Latin American, Latino, and Caribbean Center.
Oh, it's a pleasure. So I will ask you some questions, okay? So what motivated you to study history for bachelor's degree?
So I've always liked history. Since I was little, my dad always told me about the history of Peru. So my family's from Peru. So I've always really liked that. And then once I got into high school, I took some more advanced history courses, like AP courses, and I really enjoyed that. And I enjoyed the level of difficulty as well. So that encouraged me to just continue studying history when I entered college.
Oh my God, okay. So that really comes in the back. Okay, okay. And how you decide to pursue a master in public history right now?
So the master's in public history, it was a little bit more complicated, just because when I graduated, I got the position here at CCSU, and because I'm a CCSU staff member, I get a tuition waiver.
Oh, okay.
And that really helped me kind of decide that I wanted to continue a master's, because I wouldn't have the financial burden on me anymore. But then deciding what master's degree to pursue, even though it was free, was still a bit of a challenge. So it took me a little bit to decide to go in the public history program, but because I already had connections in the history department, I was encouraged to go into public history.
Okay. And what kind of projects do you coordinate in the Latino American and Latin Caribbean Center at CCSU? Sorry for my language.
No, it's okay. It's a big word. So at the LMCC, we do academic cultural programming, and what that entails is that with all of our programs that we do, we always connect it back to academics. So an example of that is in the spring semester, we brought in a professor who works at the University of Wisconsin. He's a history professor of Latin America who worked with Bad Bunny on his latest album. So he worked on the album Te Vi Tirar Más Fotos, which is very much about Puerto Rican identity, Puerto Rican history.
Oh my God.
And Bad Bunny's team, what they did was they reached out to the historian. His name is Llorel Melendez Vadillo. They reached out to Llorel to give the historical context behind the album.
Oh my God.
So Llorel did that with Bad Bunny, and then And then our director at the time, Dr. Reynaldo Rojas, he had connections with Llorel because Llorel was a UConn alum.
Oh.
And Reynaldo is also a UConn alum.
Oh my God.
So we connected with Llorel to bring him to CCSU to talk about his work with Bad Bunny and to talk about his own individual research on history in Puerto Rico.
God, okay.
So that's the type of events that we'll do. So they're cultural, connecting it to the areas that we focus on, which is Latin America, Latino history, Latino communities, and the Caribbean.
Of course.
But connecting it still to academics.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's very interesting. I think a lot of students could be interested in that.
Yeah, we had a good turnout.
Oh my God. And what has been one of the biggest challenges that you have role in coordinated?
One of the biggest challenges has definitely been when I graduated. I graduated how old I was. Oh, I forgot how old. Maybe 22?
Okay.
I was 22 when I graduated, and then I got the position here as the coordinator maybe a few weeks after I graduated, and I didn't start until August. So I graduated in May, and I started the position in August. So coming in here and seeing the faces who were my classmates, basically.
Yeah.
So we're all the same age. So just like finding that transition from being an undergraduate to now being a staff person on campus who has an administrative position, which is a little bit difficult to navigate at first. But then slowly with training, with talking to people at the university who were like mentoring me, and I was able to find a good balance between being their friend, but also finding that professional balance.
Yeah, I think at the beginning it could be very, very hard.
It's intimidating because I want to be on good terms with.
Exactly, because they are your friends, so you need to. I totally understand.
We're very close in age, but
oh my
now
God.
It's getting a little bit easier because the freshman class, our age gap just keeps
Exactly. So now we feel old, but comfortable.
And I keep getting older.
Well, me too. Is there a project or event at the center that you consider specifically meaningful for the community?
Mm-hmm. So the event that comes to mind, or the project that comes to mind, is what the center has been working on for the past couple of years. Is we've been focusing on what's called the Roots of the Caribbean mural.
Oh.
This is a mural that's in the student center. It was painted by a Puerto Rican artist who was also an alum from CCSU. His name is Jorge Luis Torres.
Okay.
You might have to check me on that.
Of course. No worries.
But this painting depicts the history, the culture of the Caribbean in general.
Oh, okay.
So what we've been doing is we've been trying to just kind of show the campus community and the outside community about this painting, about who's in the mural,
Okay.
about what the mural is saying. We also have been doing digital humanities projects around it, so we're trying to create a website for the mural. That way it could be used as a resource for really anybody, for maybe even teachers, like public school teachers in Connecticut. But it's a really good resource. And then now in December, we're planning a mini conference around art and Latino self-expression and identity, where we're going to try to bring in elements of the mural, and as well as other artists who want to talk about their work in like Latino art.
Oh, okay.
So tying that all together.
Oh my God, it's a big project then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
A lot of years, and we just keep getting like more and more ideas about how to expand this project on the Roots of the Caribbean mural.
Oh, so the center have a lot of connections around?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
So in that conference, we're bringing in the New Britain Museum of American Art. We're bringing in the New Britain Public Library.
Oh my
For that
God.
conference.
Okay. And how does your background in history connect with the work that you currently do at the center?
Mm-hmm. So the job description for my position, the director really wanted somebody who has a background in Latin American studies, Latin American history, and I just happened, when I was doing my undergraduate degree here at CCSU, I have a really big interest in Latin American studies, Latin American history. So having that, I think, is really important for this position and for whoever continues after me.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And from your perspective, why is public history important today?
Yeah, so public history, these are things that we're learning in my class. Public history is important because history is all around us. It's all in our community, through our buildings, in our streets. It's everywhere. So learning how to preserve these histories, preserve these buildings, the environment, like a park is even considered public history. Learning how to preserve and conserve them for the community, so it lives on, and so that people could keep enjoying it, is really important.
And keep making memories in there. Oh my God, yeah. Okay. What advice you will give a student interested in pursuing a career in history or Latin American studies?
Advice I would give is to make connections. History is a pretty broad field, so there's a lot of different histories that you could go into. Like I said, in high school, I took histories in different areas. I took like American history, I took European history, which are very interesting. But then when I got into college, I got really involved into like Latin American history.
Okay.
So that's the history that I specifically like, and I would recommend people to find kind of their niche, like what they like, and then make connections with professors or experts who are in that like specific field, because it'll help you find jobs. It'll help you find a job that you like. It'll help you when you're applying to grad school or when you're applying to a PhD program. So just knowing who
you need to talk with. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah. And how do you see your professional future after completing your master's degree?
My professional future, I see myself, I really want to continue working in the community.
Okay.
I like working with the Latino community. So here at my job, I work a lot with Latino students, but I also work a lot with people who aren't Latino but are interested in Latino studies.